Hey whales, welcome to the next onboarding video. Got a lot of requests for this one in terms of how do I scan for stocks every single day to day trade. And this is very important because this sets the foundation on what you need to do to be successful, especially if you're trying to transition into day trading full time. So very simple checklist, what I look for. So every morning when I get into go to my desk, or after the daily close, you're right at night, whenever I have time. I go through my scanning checklist. I look for high volume names. So I want the highest volume tickers. And the reason why that's so important is because, one, if you have a high volume ticker or high volume stock, you can get in and out very fast and easily. Second, if you have a high volume name, the spread between the bid and the ask price is very minimal. So if you do a market order, market sell, you won't get hit with a lot of fees, or you won't get hit with a spread gap, right? So for instance, like if you trade a very low stock and you do a market order, you will get hit with a lot of gap on that spread, so you'll lose a lot of money initially, right? So you think you're going to get in at, let's say, $100, but because it's such a low volume name, you press market buy and you actually get in at like 97. So you're already down $300. So that's why we like to only trade high volume names. Next is high volatility. So as day traders, we love volatility. We like when stocks move very quickly up and down, and I don't want to sit at the computer all day, right? So bigger the volatility, quicker the trades. I can get in and out within 5 minutes, call it a day, and get ready for tomorrow. Okay, so I don't want to be sitting at the desk for 3, 5, 7 hours waiting for things to happen. Okay, and then finally, this is very important. You want to get your bias first. So always go to the higher time frame and look at the higher time frame. Is it trending up like this? Okay, perfect. So let's say price is right here. Okay. So now you want to go and magnifying glass here, okay, and look for, potential entries to get in to go higher on the smaller time frames, okay? So get your bias first. So what's the larger time frame saying? Is it in an uptrend? Okay, so in an uptrend, that means they're going to keep going with the trend and only look for buy positions, okay? So that's sort of how I look at it. Now, what's sort of the next step? Well, I go to TradingView. I use TradingView every single morning. I go to the products page. I go to screeners. I look for stocks. Okay. So for the stocks here, so you can make your different screeners, but ultimately, if I reset everything, okay. So I go to index first. I put in these four: the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, and the Russell 2000. Right? And then ultimately, I click on volume and I click descending. So these are all the names that have the most volume overall. So I tend to look at maybe the top 20 or 30, anything above maybe 20 million volume per day. Okay, so you can go here and type in volume to filter for volume. 1 day, add filter. Manual setup, anything above, let's say, 20M, okay? So if you do that, you get 51 tickers to look at to make sure that you're only trading the highest volume names for that day, okay? Next, what I also like to do sometimes, right, is this thing called ADX, Average Directional Index. So again, if you don't have it, you can click on this plus symbol, Average Directional Index. So this tells me if a stock is trending. So I like to click on this, manual setup, 14 1 day above or equal value, and I like to do maybe 25. This tells me if it's starting to uptrend or uptrending. So you can see these are the symbols, 16 symbols that are starting to uptrend or is in a potential uptrend. So now with these 16 symbols, I will go through every single one manually. And what you can do as well is there's a few things, okay? So if you go to the right, And you can see this is the watch list here, guys. So I create my own watch list. You can create your own watch list. You can click or actually do this bottom arrow and create a new list. So for instance, create a new list for day trades for today. So you want to click save. Okay. And now you can sort of just add in your symbols that you want to do. I don't know if there's a faster way, but manually, if I want to do this, right, I just go down and go through every single symbol, right, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm putting everything in here into here. Now let's see if I can do this manually. I don't know if I can. Can I do this? Oh yeah, you can. Okay. Or actually, yeah, I don't know how you can do this. I don't know how you can do this automatically, right? If you want to add all these together, maybe there's a way, and maybe there's like a ChatGPT to do it. Okay, but you get the gist, right? So I put everything into my watch list. I already have a pre-made watch list, right? And I just add the names if I, don't see anything. So for instance, like AVGO is a good one. Riot. No, I don't like Riot. No, some of these names I don't like, right? But most of the names I already have. Okay, so perfect. So now, what I like to do, I go to the charts. Okay, I have my watch list ready. Day trade opportunities. I filter on volume, so you can click volume, right? So for instance, like day trades, you can click the volume to cycle on the volume. And I go through each one, right? I go through each one, and I look for potential opportunities. Right? I always start with like maybe the 4-hour time frame, get my ideas. This is from the past, right? So I get my ideas. Okay, it's trending, so it's starting to trend, right? So I'm gonna go down to maybe the 1 hour, 15-minute, look for opportunities. So for instance, like I'm gonna do 3-wave structures, potential buy zones. Like this could be a pivot here. This could be a pivot here, right? So these are all things that I like to do in order to get my ideas in order, right? So for instance, for NVIDIA, right, this is a trending name. I see 3 ways, 1, 2, 3, so this is good. It can put in a double. So, I'll be looking to buy at the 1-1 here. All right. It could also make a pivot 618 level, so take the swing lows, swing highs. So if it doesn't break down, it can actually come right here as well. I'm going to take the smaller cycles to do 1-1s, right? It can actually bounce here as well. So I'm just getting my barracks straight, getting my sort of roadmaps right. And as you keep going, guys, as you keep getting better and better, this will come naturally to you. But, this is sort of what I'm looking at for a day trade, possible entries at the 618 level. If it breaks that low, I'm looking at possible 138 as well. Okay. So these are how I sort of get my trades in order. And I do this every single day. Go each high volume name. What am I looking at? What am I targeting off? Like NVTS on a 15-minute time frame, I see a potential here, right? We have moving averages, good uptrend, potential 382 level. I see 3-wave structures potentially could happen as well. So yeah, I mean, this could also be a buy entry here. All right, so that's another level that I'm looking at. So I might actually use that as a day trade. So these are all things that you can keep going down, right? For Tesla, Palantir, keep going, right? You sort of start on the 4-hour, 3-hour time frames, and you work your way in. So for Tesla, I started on the 3-hour, right? And then I saw a 3-wave move potential. Okay, looking for entries down there. For Palantir, I see 3-wave move in, but it's really shallow, so I'm going to be playing the double instead. Okay, so maybe down here could be an entry zone. For INTC, I started at the higher time frames for Intel, right? But I see 3-wave move 1, 2, 3 entry zones down there. For HIMS, start on the 4-hour time frame. Can bounce now, but I see 3 waves in. Potential, right? A, B, C. I like it a little bit lower. So this is how you do it, guys. Every single morning, you come in, you get your you get your scans in and keep going through and get your levels on a smaller time frame. So hopefully that helps, and I'll talk to you guys soon.